Hey guys, and we're back today. It's your boy Ocey Phillips, and today we're diving into really how to get your user experience to work for your e-commerce store. Right? So you're gonna dive right in. How to ensure stellar user experience in e-commerce. Right? So we're gonna jump in. In layman's terms, the core idea of a typical user experience journey, UX, or user interface UI design is to get inside the head of your end user and figure out what would provide them a simple, logical, enjoyable shopping experience. Now, granted, you may have multiple users wanting a different experience. So, of course, segmentation, understanding as much as you can about your customer, looking at market research, audience insights, and using that data to really drive how you craft these shopping experiences on your website. You can have multiple user experiences on your e-commerce website, right? So we're gonna dive into a few best practices for user experience in e-commerce. Firstly, we're looking at search, right? So predictive suggestions are the surest way to facilitate a customer search, which is adopted by, of course, global stats, 90%, 96% of e-commerce websites nowadays. And when we're looking at search, there's different types of search. There's on-site search, there's some search that involves filters, there's search that involves facets, right? And we're gonna dive into a little bit of that live in a demo as we go on. So here are some of the tips on improving what's called predictive search, right? Again, offer no more than 10 search suggestions on desktop and 5 to 8 on mobile. This could change. Of course, that has to do with there's somebody having something called a paradox of choice, where you give someone too much choices and they get fuffled when they come onto our website. They have to scroll through too much options and it isn't easy to filter or to click on facet. I will show you what those two things are. Sometimes it can get overwhelming for people. So you need to kind of keep it at minimal, but as easily directed as possible. Don't make the list of suggestions scrollable, meaning, again, nobody wants to scroll. There are a couple of people I've seen do websites for things like groceries and stuff like that. And when they do that, you have to scroll through all the different product categories, scrolling through 20 categories that aren't in alphabetical order to find which category the cheese in or which category the headphones are or the t-shirts are, right? So keep the type symbols and words in regular font and the suggested ending of a word in a phrase in bold. So it may seem simple, but use that type symbols or words. Also use misspelling of words. That comes from market research. For some people, cars and motors are different. Some people use motor, some people use car in different industries or markets. In other markets, people use different names for different things, and other markets, people spell different things differently. You all have to have your search to cover that, right? And then make the active suggestion highlighted so that people are sure what they are looking for in terms of an active suggestion, right? And these are just a few tips to just spark thought on top of mind. You would have to know and craft a strategy based on your market, based on your niche, and based on the product that you're selling. Catalog categorizing, right? And this says over half of all web stores suffer from over categorization. It means that the items are wrongly classified in some and are defined categories, some of the defined categories are types of a single product category. So you have to be very clear of how you define in your categories, your subcategories, and understand that where these things are and where they fall. There's also cross categories, right? So for instance, glasses, cups, and mugs should all be product types of a container category or glassware category, depending on where your market is, or in the kitchenware store, right? Too much categories really makes it unmanageable, and people would find that the experience to search, even if you have a product search bar on top, where you go on your website and they search and you can actually search and they search suggestions, this still makes it a little bit tricky when you're looking at product or catalog categorizing, right? So we're diving into filtering, right? So when exposed to a rich category, right? When exposed to a rich category that's not offered the filtering feature. Maybe I spoke about filtering a few seconds ago. Customers may immediately leave the site. Right? So filtering when done right needs to be done correctly and people need to understand where are they going to filter to or from. Right? And like I said, we recommend the following 4 tips for implementing filtering feature. And this is not the only 4 tips. There are more tips that you can use. I'm just giving you 4. So let your customer see the selected filter values in the filtering sidebar. Let your customer see all the selected filter values as a list. So if they filter men's and then they filter men's shoes and then they filter men's shoes and then Oxfords, then you have those as categories for them to actually filter. Then what facets would be? Facets would be could they choose men's shoes Oxfords, but they could choose a color, a size, a price bracket, a shipping factor, like all these other things would fall under facets, right? Offer both visual and numerical scales for filters with a large range. So, of course, you enter in numbers that they could filter by, prices, different types of things that concern that numerical scale. But you also allow them to filter with a range in terms of a price range, in terms of I just want to buy something that's under 300 US or under 200 TT or under how much of 1,000 Jamaican, right? And let users easily apply and also de-apply filters. If I could click one filter here and I'm in a search, I must be able to de-apply one filter and then the other 3 or 4 filters still remain the same, right? Checkout. This is a huge one and you would see it in the demo that I'm doing. Overcomplicated checkout processes are sadly, like really and truly sadly, a reality, sorry. And as a result, like customers abandon cart. I have abandoned multiple carts in Trinidad. Every time I go to buy something and you're trying to get my information for something that you would not have gotten my information for if I was buying it in store. Why am I giving you my email if I just want to come online and buy a textbook or buy a headphones? I don't want you to upsell and cross sell me anything else. I just want the headphones. I want to guest checkout. I want to put in my delivery option and I want to pay and leave, right? So to optimize the checkout process, again, we suggest the following: minimize the field forms, right? To at least maybe 5 to 8 and openly state whether which is required or not required, right? That little red asterisk, let people know, right? If you're looking for card expiration date, put it in the same format that is on the card. 03080922. Leave it like that, the same format as on your credit card or credit card holders. Do not force people to sign up. It's a conversion rate killer. Nobody wants to feel forced to sign up for something. They're going to find a part of easier or least resistance and buy it there. Right? Seamless look and feel on your checkout page. Beautiful. Also allow the option for people who are putting in billing information to duplicate it and have it as billing and also delivery, right? Information have the same address copied and paste there so that somebody doesn't have to put in the same address over and over, right? Offer guest checkout experience, like I mentioned, minimal form fields, and stop sending people to other websites to pay. Find a payment processor that connects to your site that you can pay there. Sometimes it's really, really, really depressing if you're taking somebody from here and you're sending them somewhere else, right? And to just close off this section, to offer a high quality user experience, it's important to pay attention to every little detail in the customer journey. Of course, there are multiple customer journeys, and no matter which industry you work for, you need to serve your customers with an easy to use, clean, and attractive website. All you have to do is strive hard by creating a comprehensive strategic approach towards making the experience for your end users easier. And of course, every product and audience is different. So, importantly, it's very important that you do your research and track your changes. This is not going to be something that's very static. This is going to be something that is actually liquid and active, that's going to be moving every single time, right? So today we're going to dive into this demo. Now, this is a demo, as you can see. If we're looking at it, we're looking at free shipping on orders, right? That is information there. That is also a call to action that lets people know, hey, if I want to add these things to my cart, right? Of course, you're looking at USD, right? If we're looking at USD here, we're looking at very much so, hey, currency conversions, USD, TT dollars, if you're looking at languages, right? You want it in English, you want it in a different language. There are accounts of people that are on their accounts, there's cards, there's logins, there's social sharing, right? Everything is bold. Now, here's where we go to product search, right? You can search for a product, right? You can search for a chair, right? You can search for a product, but then there's also the part that you can list your categories here, right? All these filters here. Of course, I said don't make filters so scrollable. This is doing this for this demo, but of course this could be changed. If in your market you do your research and you figure that this is what's needed, then go ahead. Then departments. Here are also filters. Fashion, little icon there, beautifully done. Women, top and blouses, men, this and that, and you go through. There's also a call to action there, right? Showing a sale 50% off, right? And if you just scroll through, you can see the UI UX of it is really a decent one. There are things that you would change depending on your market. This one is, of course, designed for a US market, right? Another call to action, download our app. Categories, product categories with actual numbers that identify how much they are there. Again, we're here back with the free shipping, money back guarantee. This is a huge thing that people don't really pay attention to in the market. Online support, secure payment, let people know what they're getting into, right? Special offers, right? This also allows a quick view where you don't come off the page, but you see ample product information, ratings, add to cart, product description that helps with SEO, share stuff that you can add to wish list, right? What is really beautiful about this is that you click that little cart icon there, and this automatically adds to your cart, right? So again, that adds to your user experience. So even though it takes away the sorting, it also adds to your user experience, right? And of course, you have categories and stuff down below. And I find like this template is really beautiful. You could actually change a lot of things here, and you could do a lot. You could do really a lot of things on this website, right? Of course, you come down, you have customer service stuff in your footer about us, social media, fashion tips, blouses, expression, right? And you can come right back up to the top, and we could show you. We're speaking about not only that, but the filtering aspect of it. So even if we go to fashion clothes, we go to women, and we go to top and blouses, right? We can see the default sorting here. We can see your show here, and we could also see the range here. So you see we spoke about range, price range here, you could change that, and of course you could add different ranges, whether it's colors, whether it's sizes, shipping, right? And we're gonna just go into shopping cart. We're just gonna view the cart really quickly, right? Of course, you can add, take away, apply coupon codes, etc. And even if you're looking to proceed to checkout, right? This is one thing that I spoke about before, the asterisk to make sure that details are actually required, and you could hover over it and you can see it there. Your order is on the right hand side for verification purposes. This has all mandatory fields to build in. This doesn't have guest checkout, so that's an issue that we're speaking about there. But we're looking at it from the standpoint of generally this UI UX is actually okay. And this is something that we need to pay attention to when we're looking for e-commerce sites here in the region. So just to dive back in again to give you a high level, the user experience of this is good. Call to actions on the banners, prices, shop now, right? Product categories, another call to action, download our app now. That's a different type of conversion that they're going to be measuring. This would probably have a UTM code that would track how much people click it and go to the shop, right? 50% off on shoes here, and then they have categories. And of course, they would add in their retargeting and stuff like that towards this, and you're going to get a really, really good experience. It may not be the best for everybody, but here you can clearly see that they have a strategy. They are trying to capture different people at different parts of what they call their funnel. So some people they will cross sell and upsell later when they come on the app, send them push notifications, etc. Some people they want to buy now, exclusive coupon up to $100 off, right? And some people they're looking at a lot of other things, gifts and gadgets for him, for her, for kids, birthdays, and then they separate these categories coming down. So if you're feeling like you want something for birthdays, I don't need you to go and search too much. Look at birthday for her, look at birthday for him, boyfriend gifts, gifts a wife, gifts a mom, and they feel like they've covered most, if not all, the categories. Call to action here again. Special offers end in, and there's a countdown to kind of give that level of exclusivity to tell you, hey, you should grab this before the offer ends, right? So that was it, guys. I hope this helped you guys with your e-commerce journey. Stay tuned for a few more tips. And this is your boy Ocey. Reach out to me for any of your e-commerce needs. Thank you.